Hi, loves. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Jess. Looks like I have a big doobie. Well, you can see it's not. I'm a spiritual coach and mentor. I'm back for another video today, obviously. I felt really called to bring this rose water in. I do want to say quick before we dive in because there's so many messages already. I already have cards, I already have notes. This is for the girlies. I'm seeing a plane landing right now. I can see it. I live in downtown San Diego. And I can see it on like the high rise across from me in the reflection of the building. I'm also sleep deprived. So this is going to be more all over than usual too. So this is for the girlies who are in the in between right now when it comes to money, business, career, all the things. That's including myself. I had like the craziest fucking day yesterday. This week has been crazy for me. And when I say crazy, it's been like amazing, but also challenging as fuck. Miracles coming in, but also being so pushed to the fucking edge. I feel like I've been losing my shit in a lot of moments, honestly. So if that sounds like something that you can connect with, if that resonates with you, if that's you, I'm in my pajamas still. It's not even 9 o'clock in the morning yet here. But I felt like this message had to come through today because I have been seeing so many people in different Facebook groups I'm in, people that live here in San Diego as well that are going through similar things right now. And as you know, or if you don't know, I've been in a super big in between as well with my business, with money, with applying for jobs for a long time now and still waiting for things to come in and being like pushed so fucking hardcore financially, like that it is pushing me to make fucking shit happen and think creatively and all these other things. And that is, I swear to God, I just saw a feather float into my window, which is cracked, but there's a screen. So I don't know how there was a feather, but I swear to God, I just saw a feather. Anyways, Jesus Christ. I'll talk more about that in a minute. Let's like breathe for a second. I'm going to spray this recording. Okay, good. More planes landing. I'm going to spray you with some rose water. Every time I do this when I'm on Zoom calls with my clients, it did it again. It does this every time. I spray it and it obviously it gets all over my laptop because I'm spraying it at you, but that's fine. I feel like this is significant right now because our hearts, our inner childs need nourishment. I think that's one of the cards that came through. So just like give yourself this big hug right now. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable doing so. Just take a deep breath in. Oh, let it out. I always do this to start my Zoom ceremonies with my clients, and I do this a lot on my podcast too when I do like the ceremonial setup. We haven't done this shit. Oh, here on YouTube. But sound, move, just like I did. Trying to make sure that I'm not showing you guys too much of my boobage. Put a hand over your heart and a hand over your belly, keeping your eyes closed if you desire to. Taking a deep breath in again. Oh, let it out. Shake it out. Shake out the stagnant energy. Breathing in one last time and feeling this beautiful pink energy. I'm feeling the energy of Mother Mary here, which also feels very like blue and pink, like a pale blue. She's just giving us this big hug. I'm feeling her beautiful, loving energy fill up your body. Oh, let it out, let it go. And just right now, I invite you to hand over all your burdens, your worries, your concerns, your fears, your anxieties over to Mother Mary, over to God, over to the angels, to the universe, to the goddesses, to Great Mother Gaia, whatever you resonate with. For me, it's all of the above. Your ancestors are coming through. They are really here to help you right now through this time because the message I'm getting is like so many of us, so many noises. So many of us are breaking like big ancestral curses. We're creating new timelines for the rest of the people to come. And that's why I can feel so hard right now because it's that big, is what I'm hearing. You haven't fucked anything up. You haven't gotten anything wrong. And you can open your eyes now. And that's kind of a good segue into the message that I have for today because I took some notes and I have some cards, like I said, that I pulled already. I'm just going to take a sip of water really quick. Grab a tea, a coffee, a water, a wine, a kombucha, and then get cozy, boo, because we're going to go into it. So I found myself very fucking pissed off this morning and fired up. And this usually happens when something comes into my awareness, into my field that is a belief that I'm seeing or some a pattern that I'm seeing that's repeating in the collective where people are just like so stuck in the old paradigm and the old way of being. And it makes sense because that's how we've been conditioned to be with like the hustle energy. And it's so funny because I actually am using one of my roommate's cups that says hustle on it right now. But there's a difference between like the wounded hustle, the wounded masculine hustle energy and like taking aligned action. Like I think alignment is the new hustle. But anyways, I get fired up. This is not to judge anybody or their beliefs. I mean, I'm moving through letting go of so many of these layers of beliefs myself of outdated conditioning. I feel like there's stuff that wants to come through. But I get fucking fired up and pissed off because I see people living these old outdated patterns and I'm like, there's a better way. There's nothing wrong with you. And that's like the one overall message I want you to know today. And I've been teaching manifestation for 10 years now. Manifestation has changed my life. I have manifested so many amazing things. However, something that I'm seeing happening, this is not just happening, not just in the manifestation community, but in general, like kind of like toxic, well, it's not kind of, it's fucking toxic positivity. And this started coming into my field a lot last year, I think it was. And I was always the person that was the toxic and the toxic positivity. Just stay positive, like keep going, like just keep working. And like, it's kind of when we're in toxic positivity, we're always just staying positive and we're never allowing ourselves to feel how we actually need to fucking feel because we think we're just meant to go manifest some more, go take more action, go do this, go do that. Bitch, that shit doesn't fucking work. And I'm here to tell you that because I'm a Leo who that's relevant because like the positivity thing has always been like my kind of thing. And I was, excuse me, always afraid of shadow work and going deep. But the last 3 years of my awakening, it's been about 8, 9 years, something like that, since 2016, since my first big awakening started when I moved to Hawaii the first time. But the last few years pushed me so hard again to the edge that I was forced to look at all these shadows and do all this shadow work. And I'm here to tell you that that is the way. When you're in the toxic positivity, just do this, just do that. Like you're fucking it up. Like if your manifestation isn't coming, like it's on you. It's not on you, girl. It's not on you. There's so many reasons why your manifestation might not be coming. There's so many things happening in the world right now. And I get pissed off because I'm like, I want you to know there is nothing fucking wrong with you. You have not fucked anything up. So please, this is not for me to knock anyone else that's in the coaching industry and the manifestation industry. Like I said, I teach manifestation myself. I have for 10 years now. Like my top selling courses have been about manifestation. It does work. It is real. But sometimes we have to go through certain things before that manifestation comes. And a lot of people, I feel like I've seen a lot of things recently throughout different content from different people I follow, people I love and adore, but it's like just so many things about speeding up your manifestation and doing this and doing that. And you can't rush your healing, girl. You can't rush your healing. There's a song by Trevor Hall. They used to play this all the time at the yoga studio I worked at in Shavasana, and it would make me cry. And that guy is actually from Hilton Head, South Carolina, which is right near my hometown. And it's divine timing. You can't rush your healing, girl. I'm looking at my notes because I'm like, what else was I going to talk about? That was basically it. We have some cards. You haven't fucked it up. Go back to my video from Monday and listen more about how, if you pull call to worse, I talked about how a lot of times when everything feels like it's falling apart, it's actually the universe, the goddess Kali, reorienting things and restructuring things so that you can have everything you've been praying for. So that's why you haven't fucked it up as well. Literally, Kali and also Hecate, she's wanting to come through so strong right now. She's like my BFF lately, the goddess Hecate. They are all helping you. We're moving into this huge new paradigm where we're in our divine feminine. I'm just laying the cards out in front of me. We're in our divine feminine energy. We're stepping into that power. We're stepping into our psychic abilities. Your psychic abilities might be amping up right now. And that is the new way. And the old way and the old structures are falling and crumbling. And that's why everything has been happening. And I've shared so many stories about what I've been through, and I keep referring to this in all these videos. But I basically went from having so much success and so much money and making so much money in my business, making six figures, having all this financial freedom, living all over the world, to losing almost everything. And I've been in the process of rebuilding my business and finances really like for the last year, year and a half, something like that, almost 2 years. But like I said, there's so much more I want to say about this, but I don't have the energetic capacity to talk about it. And I'm also feeling it's probably actually meant to be in a space with my clients. But like I said at the beginning of this, I've been pushed to the fucking edge so much with finances recently and with my business. And it's just like forced me to do things differently. And there's so much more that I have to say about that. And like I said, so many fucking miracles started happening this week, and so many sales started coming in. And we just have to trust. We just have to trust. Like my nervous system is so fucked right now. And like I said, I barely slept. So this shit is like fucking handing, what is that saying? Like I'm getting my ass handed to me right now. But again, that's for our good too. Because also remember, I keep talking about all the astrological things happening right now. We're in the shadow period now of Mercury retrograde. We're still in Mars retrograde. We're still in the 12/12 portal. We're also in the solstice, winter solstice portal, because that's in 3 days from now. It's about to be Capricorn season. What else is happening? Oh, the full moon was the 15th, but the full moon energies, we can feel them days before and days after. So there's so many things right now that are pushing us to the edge where things feel like they're going fucking crazy. But I promise you, they're not, my love. I promise you, they're not. Yeah, like this week, just to be transparent, I'll just say this one thing and leave the rest of it for my clients and my community spaces, like my clients. But like, I was like not knowing how I was going to pay the bills, not knowing how I was going to pay rent. And I have a prior, from my prior business, when I did network marketing for 7 years, I've had that residual income for almost 12 years now. Wait, 13 years. And it will be gone completely as of January 1st, which I had no fucking clue that was going to happen when I decided to move to San Diego 3 months ago. But everything started aligning in like the craziest, most fucking miraculous fucking ways this week. It is insane. And the only reason I've even sharing that in this space, it's very uncomfortable sometimes for me to share these things, although not really because I'm so fucking open now. I'm like, I don't even give a fuck. And I just want people to know that they're not alone. But I have this story where I'm like, well, I feel bad. I don't want to tell people what I'm going through because I don't want them to feel like they have to be obligated to help me. Because I would never expect anyone to help me. I would never ask anybody for help with those types of things. But there's power in being vulnerable and there's power in sharing. And I'm sharing that just because I want you to know that you're not alone and that everything has been working out miraculously for me, even if it's been on a day by day basis. And I'm like, shit, how the fuck am I going to make this happen? But it's all happening. Okay. So first we have this. I'm not even going to read you the whole card. So this is, I don't have it next to me. This is from a beautiful deck. I can't remember the name right now. But the first thing we have, it says signs and symbols, divine blueprints. So this is all happening for a reason. This is happening for our destiny, like divine blueprints. Like things are being orchestrated. The angels, the universe have our back. The divine plan is within us and we are being guided. But we need to have more fun. We need to play more fun, jokes, and laughter, please. Because when we're so in our fucking head and we're fear spiraling and we're not in our body, it's hard for us to get solutions. It's hard for us to think of another solution, another way of being. And even if we're going through like the hardest, craziest things, like I have been this week, there's nothing that's ever so fucking serious that we can't or shouldn't incorporate play in some way. Like life is too fucking short. Highly recommend the show Impractical Jokers if you've never watched it, by the way. That was just coming through to share. It's like my favorite show ever, one of my favorite shows. Hang on, I need a sip of water. I feel like I'm like the female version of Impractical Jokers because I did that shit all the time growing up because I grew up in a small town in South Carolina. So yeah, that show is amazing. We also have Show Yourself, Vulnerability, Self-Worth, and Feminine Healing. That's literally all the things that we've been talking about here today. And there's so much self-worth stuff coming through right now, which also this yellow card, solar plexus chakra, self-worth. So things are coming up right now so that you can heal these areas, is what I'm hearing. We also have regeneration, acceleration, change, and shamanic wisdom. So things may be speeding up for you. They're definitely fucking speeding up for me. And there was a card, I don't remember which one it was. I think it was this first one that I read the guidebook when I pulled it. And it was talking about things are accelerating right now. And like, this is for a divine reason, essentially. So don't be afraid, is what I'm hearing. Like, trust the flow, trust the process, breathe and ground as you need to, connect to play, like I said. And the last one we have is the Green Man and Moss Agate. Interesting because for some reason, I'm feeling called to read that because these cards are like different crystals and flowers essentially, but I haven't read any of the names of any of them except for this one. So that may be relevant. Maybe someone needs to hug a green man and a tree or get some moss agate for grounding. Ritual and ceremony. So connecting to these things will be super powerful and potent for you right now during this time. And new spirit guides may be wanting to come through and connect with you. And yeah, like there's so much wisdom when you spend time in nature. Like when I'm outside, like I get downloads all the fucking time anyway, they just come in. But when I'm outside, it's like escalated times a million. So yeah, I think that's all I have for today that I was going to talk about. If you want to dive deeper into these things, I have all my new offerings like I've been talking about. I'm doing a special right now for $25 readings. I do have longer options and different options as well, but that's the special going on. That will be linked in the comments below. So if you want more personal guidance, because this is a collective reading, that will be linked below for you. My readings have been selling a lot this week, and I'm just like, I guess God and the universe just want me to be doing readings right now because I'm doing all these readings for you on YouTube, and all these people are buying readings, and it's just happening. And I fucking love doing them because it just helps you to feel so supported and encouraged. Like when we're going through these crazy fucking chaotic times. I mean, I do cards all the time anyway, even if I'm for myself, even if I'm not going through crazy chaotic times, because for me, one of the biggest things that's helped change my life is connecting with my guides, with God, with the universe. So readings are available. The High Priestess Sanctuary, my new community space, is available, and that is a space where I'm going to be teaching more about all these topics that we've been talking about today: tapping into your feminine energy, navigating your spiritual awakening, stepping into your power, claiming your witch goddess power, your psychic abilities, manifestation. I think I already said healing your feminine energy, all of these different things. And the way I teach manifestation is a lot different than what other people teach it because of all the things I mentioned today, because I'm teaching more deeply in that space about why things don't always work out or why we can't speed them up sometimes, like I said. So there's a space for that. I'm so excited because community is needed now more than ever, which is why I'm so obsessed with doing this YouTube channel. What else am I forgetting? I also have VIP days available if you're ready for like a deep dive, deep transformation, self-paced courses, all the things. I'll link those up in the comments below. I feel like my energy is really interesting today because I feel a combination of like excited and agitated and like exhausted and weird and mad all at once. So that's my vibe today, but I just wanted to show up and be real and transparent. And yeah, let me know how you're enjoying these videos. Let me know how this resonated with you for today. Let me know what you're going through, how you're feeling. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if this helped you. Share it with your friends. And I don't even usually say that, but that came through today because, again, there's so many of us that are going through this right now and have been for months and months and months and months. Because, like, I don't know about you, girl, but I've been trying and applying for jobs, like I said, for so fucking long. But it's like, it is coming. It is coming in. So yeah, if you have friends, that's the message I was hearing for you. If you have any friends that are going through shit too, that you feel like this video would help or that you feel like my videos would help, definitely send them their way. And yeah, I think that's it. I love you so much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.